Hi, I'm Donna Porter, the head of Global Marketing for Amdocs. Amdocs works exclusively with service providers, and lately Google has come up in many of our strategy conversations with customers. We hear questions like, what exactly is Google's strategy in the communications market? Should we block them or work with them? I'd like to share with you some of our insights to help you plan how you will coexist with Google in our evolving marketplace. Google and service providers work together in many different ways, but it's the primary interests of both sides that determine whether and how much you'll cooperate or compete. This can range from shared interests to opposing interests, and in between the more fluid and complex relationship of coopetition. Where there is shared interest, both Google and the service providers are after the same end goal, such as increased service usage over mobile internet or TV. Examples include Orange and Sprint, who have agreements to run Google search within their mobile environments, or Dish, the satellite TV provider, who plans to use Google to enhance search on their TV service. On the other side, we see opposing interests at play, sparking head-to-head competition. In most cases, it's mainly because Google offers its platforms, services, and content for free, while service providers charge for competing services. For example, we have all seen the lengthy public debate between Google and AT&T over net neutrality legislation in the US, which proposes that all internet traffic should be treated equally and that banning traffic or discriminating against particular applications, services, or file types, like blocking free Google Voice, should not be allowed. The fact is, most relationships today between Google and service providers fall somewhere in the middle, with a delicate balance of shared interests, creating a state of coopetition. However, this balance can easily be disrupted by new market conditions or by either side adapting new strategies. What may be a complementary strategy today may not be tomorrow, making for a very volatile environment. A good example of coopetition is in the mobile space. Service providers are launching new phones based on Google's Android operating system in a move to attract more customers. For example, T-Mobile in the US was the first to offer an Android phone. But at the same time, Google is collecting rich customer data that also the service provider would want to obtain. And that friction is actually magnified with the Nexus One. The question is, when does the scale tip from balanced coopetition to full competition? We believe it's when core assets are involved. Service providers' core assets are their network, product, and customer information. Google's core assets are its search engine technology, advertising model, web-based applications, including Google Voice, and the Android operating system. When core assets are involved, competition dominates. That's why we have seen such fierce battles over the use of Google Voice on the iPhone, as it replaces some of the phone's native features and bypasses many of the service providers' fees. So what strategy should service providers take with Google? We believe service providers need to focus on their core assets, their network, customer, and product data, and they should leverage their core capabilities such as billing, customer care, and service delivery to create new services they can monetize through partnerships with Google and other over-the-top competitors. So instead of competing head-to-head with Google or just reacting to their strategies, service providers need to proactively find ways to complement Google's innovative services with their own core assets and capabilities to create win-win opportunities. This way of thinking is at the heart of Amdocs' connected world vision. The exact approach each service provider takes to coexist with Google depends on its business strategies. Some adopt the experience play, where the service provider is in the front of the customer experience, embedding Google assets to enhance the overall subscriber experience. A good example is the Vodafone 845 branded device that uses the Android platform. Others adopt the smart enabler play, using their core assets and capabilities to enhance the experience Google delivers. For example, instead of fighting Google's Nexus One new device and business model, service providers can resell Google's Nexus One, complemented with customer support, billing, network monitoring, and quality of service guarantees. This provides users with the full experience they have come to expect, but that today Google can't offer. This is a win-win-win strategy for the service provider, Google, and the customer. Similar strategic considerations are also required in order to work with other innovative, disruptive technology players, such as Hulu, Facebook, and Skype. At this stage, we believe that Google and service providers both need each other in order to succeed and will continue to move between competition and cooperation for some time. As long as service providers don't lose sight of their core assets and strengths, working with Google can help optimize their own growth strategies.